Hello ladies and gentlemen, FrozenStag here, and welcome to what is unfortunately going to be the end of this campaign series. Now I won't make this video too long, I'm just going to do this as a quick sort of epilogue to this series. I'm not going to go for a massive spiel about it, but I'm just not enjoying this campaign, and I'm decided that I'm going to actually end it off. We did like an hour video that I recorded. I sadly I deleted it because I just didn't think it was worthy of the channel, to be honest. Because I just didn't. It was the whole thing was just me basically complaining about the game and just being annoyed. I mean, we took over the Empire, which we barely did. We had to have loads of mercenary companies, which I cheated to get the money to do, just so we could do something. Because otherwise we'd constantly be just sitting in our asses doing nothing for like the entire series, and that'd just be probably bore me out of my skull, to be honest. Obviously we had Aegon the Conqueror coming in to help us out, who's actually still alive somehow. I don't know how. I mean, he's 76, fucking hell. I mean, his health's been boosted up by the resurrection thing. No, it hasn't. It's chosen by Relora's boost his health, not the resurrected trait. But Aegon's still alive. His firstborn son died, so a child's going to be on the throne unless Aegon lives a bit longer. So Aegon's also in this war as well. And he obviously helped us take the Empire. But now, as we've got the Empire, everybody hates us. Everybody wants to kill us. God King Boo 5 ET. We have barely a military power. It's all over the shit. Yeah. Essentially, even if we carried on, we'd be screwed. We'd get overthrown and probably be executed and then lose our shit and basically die. The only way we'd carry on after that is if we teleported our characters to maybe Westeros, but I don't. It just seems like it seems a bit pointless to start off a series over in UT as the Starks, but then be sent back to Westeros. It just, yeah, and I just can't be bothered with it, to be honest. So yeah, we're ending this series here. I'll do a little recap, but essentially we had a big war with the Empire, which we with our nephew, who we had executed because he killed my grandson, who was born. For some reason, he was Yeetish because he was imprisoned because they took our settlements and stuff, but then we took him back and all that. But then he executed a baby child, so we decided to execute his entire family. We couldn't quite kill them all, though, because this bugger survived and got away from us. And this is the guy that's trying to get back on the throne. And there's still quite a few other members left, so there's still tons of them that are going to cause us trouble. So this is the guy that hates my guts because I killed his family, so naturally. The other emperor died. I think died of natural death because he was how old? 52. Yeah, fair enough. When we took over the Empire lands, we still let me check our marriage. So Lysara's still around. Jon's around. Speaking of Jon the White Wolf, this is something interesting. But Game of Thrones is apparently doing a Jon Snow sequel series to Season 8 Game of Thrones, which is something I'm sort of interested about, but again, with how Season 8 ended, it still left a bit of a bitter taste in my mouth. But if by some miracle that show actually sort of redeems a bit of Season 8, then I might actually have a different opinion on Game of Thrones Season 8. I mean, I don't hate Game of Thrones Season 8 as much as I did, but now I'm sort of just gotten to the point where, yeah, whatever, it's a meh series, you know, whatever. Game of Thrones is alright, those series were a bit eh. But with anything, and it's going to be the same for the sequel trilogy, you sort of start to appreciate the fact you actually had it. Because, let's be honest, yes, the sequel trilogy wasn't the best thing Star Wars ever did, but at least we actually got it. I mean, there was a time where episodes 7, 8, and 9 were like a dream, but that probably would never happen. And then it did happen. Yes, it's not the best film trilogy in the world, but I'm grateful that the fact that we actually live in a time period. We actually live in around the time where that series came out. So, I mean, this planet's what, 4 billion years old? And somehow we existed at the same time as Game of Thrones, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Elder Scrolls, all that stuff. I mean, it's a hell of a shot, and so I am grateful for it. Even though some of those things aren't great, I'm still grateful that we still get to appreciate those things. Because had I been born in 1901 instead of 2001, I may have seen just about um the original trilogy, and then that'd been it. Probably. I doubt I would have gotten any further than I doubt I would have get any further than 90 odd, to be honest, if I was born in 1901. I mean, hell, I could have been sent to World War II and probably died. So, yeah. So I'm very grateful that, even though obviously we have had COVID and things aren't the best in the world in this time period, but it's a hell of a lot better than it would have been had we lived in the medieval times. I mean, you had the fucking Black Death, for God's sake. If you don't have I mean, yes, you had COVID, but it wasn't as bad as the Black Death. Although COVID was still pretty atrocious, but it wasn't. I wouldn't say it's worse. I mean, COVID isn't as bad as the Black Death. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not as bad. I mean, obviously, we've still got my kids. I'm just wanting a bit of a spill. But either way, that Jon Snow series does slightly interest me, and I think it might be interesting to see what happens there. Might be good, might be shit. We'll see. My sister obviously has the people I've executed, so we did get a Kinslayer trait for that. My sister's still around, still married to the Mud guy, who is actually now sort of in charge of that little area here. And we've got the Reeds. I think this guy died of cancer, sadly. His father still hates me, but there you go. And we've got the Mullins, who's still in charge of Windhelm. I think everything else is still owned by me. Yeah. And there's also like a slavery revolt, which is odd because I don't think I have now. But slavery is still illegal, but he's trying to get rid of slavery. But I'm pretty sure if we end that war, I don't know, takes... No, I think he... But he won't accept it anyway, so... Yeah. And plus, it'll only be a matter of time until these guys will rebel, and Aegon, sadly, won't be able to stop them. Especially as Balerion the Black Dread's dead. Although Rhaegar does have Meraxes, I think Vhagar's around somewhere. I'm not sure where. I think Orys's son has him. Oh no, he has another dragon. Is it this guy? No, he has that one. I don't know who it is. Oh, Jarman, that's it. He has Vhagar. Also, I saw a post of the Game of Thrones House of Dragon series. It's quite fun. I'm quite looking forward to that. Even though, and it's going to be good. I think it's going to be better than Game of Thrones because the opening and ending has already all been written, so it's not too bad. Unless they do anything atrocious with the lore, but hopefully not. Although the way it's looking with the Game of Thrones, not Game of Thrones, with the Lord of the Rings prequel series, Rings of Power series, it looks slightly concerning. Hopefully it's not too bad, but obviously they are going to make a few lore changes. I just hope it doesn't fuck the story. Because with the Rings of Power, you can't fuck it around too much, because otherwise the Lord of the Rings film trilogy and the Hobbit trilogy won't make any sense, so they have to be careful. So they can't fuck it around too much. What else is there to really talk about? So when we took over as the Emperor, we became the High King, but then we became the Pearl White Emperor. Thorin the Great, we got like the Living God Emperor, which you can choose like a different version of how to rule the Empire, which is interesting. We got the Kinslayer trait. We got a wolf and a direwolf, which is quite funny. What else is there? I'm now obviously wearing the Crown of Winter because it makes sense. That's basically it, really. I don't know if I really want to do anything more secrecy related at the moment. Right now, I think I mean, if you look at how many hours I have in this bloody game, 2,474 hours. I've been playing this game for about 10 years now. Not since, well, I played it when it came out. I remember like playing like what was it? I think I remember playing the demo. I remember that, or like an early tutorial version of it. And I was like, what, 10, I think? Was I 10? No. I was 10 throughout that year, but when it came to November, I turned 11, so I was pretty young. So, 10 years ago now. But yeah, I've played so much of this game to the point where, like, I almost know it too damn well, to the point when this game isn't that challenging to me. So, that's why I'm also not massively interested in CK2, because there are bits in CK2 where the lore in this mod doesn't entirely make sense. Stupid things happen a lot. I mean, that's just the age of the game. You know, Medieval 2 does stupid things too. But Medieval 2 doesn't irritate me as much as this game. But I think the CK2 is just a game that I like it, but I don't really enjoy playing it that a whole lot. I enjoyed playing it about 5 years ago, but now I just don't really like it that much. I think I've sort of just gone off Paradox games in general. I think I don't mind the whole strategy thing, like the campaign map strategy. It's quite fun, but I think I just don't find it that interesting anymore. With Medieval 2 Starter War, you have the perfect balance of campaign management and strategy and all that stuff. And you also have the same, and you can also play battles and stuff like that, and actually get involved in the battles. Whereas CK2, you just raise an army and send it against another army, and that's basically the combat. I mean, you have a few gameplay events like with dragons and sword, combat duels and stuff like that, but that's basically it. Whereas in Medieval 2, you can actually like properly command your armies and troops and stuff like that, and get really stuck in there. And like, that's the perfect balance of like strategy games. Is that the fact you can do all the campaign management and strategy and stuff like that, and you can also take part in these great battles as well. And yes, you can do it in CK2 to a certain extent, but like it's just very, it's it's not as exciting really. And I think CK2 is just. Now, I'm not going to say I won't ever come back to CK2. Right now, I'm not going to play any for a little while because I just don't think it's. If I don't feel like playing the game, I'm not going to play it. It just seems silly to carry on the series or do anything with that game if I'm just not enjoying that game, so I won't. So what I'll do is I'll just look towards other things, look towards Horizon, and if for whatever reason I feel as if I want to return to CK2, then I will. But as of right now, I will not. We'll go through the other things in the world. So obviously, Aegon's conquered New Valyria. This seems to be independent for some reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's a war or something. Bravos is, I think it's independent. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's still independent. So yeah, Bravos is still. Funny enough, Eladin Law, they've actually resisted the control of the Valyrian lords, which is interesting. Notice House Harlaw has managed to take the Stepstones, which is interesting. House Martell still in control of Dawn. Not for very long, because who's he? How is he in the line of the? Here we go. Wait, I'm confused. Is it what's cognatic premature? Oh, I see. So women inherit on the same grounds as they do, but for some reason he's in. Who is Princess Mira? Is she? No, I'm so confused. Oh, so she's a bastard, right? Okay. Oh, and her right. So she married. Okay, she married normally to a gardener. So I see, yeah, okay, that makes sense. So, not very long, the Gardeners are probably going to take control of Dawn, which would be interesting. And the Gardeners are also going to be in control of Reach as well. Clearden the fourth is in control of Stormlands, which I think he married a Martell as well, yeah, so I might get a claim. I'm not sure if he does or not, he might. But Durandon's still very much in control of that. New Valyria actually controls the Cracklog Point, which is interesting. The Lannisters, King Tom III is still in charge. So not doing a whole much. The Lannisters just doing their thing. The Lord of the Future Heir is over in the Arbor for some reason. I don't know why that is, but there you go. Doesn't look too secure. The Iron Islands, funny enough, is actually in control of the Pipers. How did... Oh, he conquered it as a claimant. Okay. He killed the Black Tides. I believe the Hoar's all dead now. Nope, the Hoar's actually alive. Yeah, it's the Hoar. Oh wow, she's a formidable fighter as well. And she's sturdy, so that's interesting. So the Hoars live on. Just not in charge of the Iron Irons anymore, but the Pipers have taken it, which is funny. Although not for very long. The Fraser are actually going to take that off them. Defending against Clarus and the Iron Irons. Oh, so this woman is a wildling is trying to take over the Iron Island. That's interesting. The Freys are in control of the Trident. The Arryns are in control of the Vale. And the Starks are in control of the North for now, but it doesn't look like they will be for soon, because this apparently random house is going to take control. I'm not sure if I put the gamer on if it lets people take a house. Let me have a look. I might have turned it off. Maybe. It's not here, is it? Where is it? Is it? Here we go. Nope. No, yeah, I've turned it off. So they can't change dynasty when they inherit a title of an ancestor previously held. So the Starks will probably be out of control of the north from where it looks. That Bolton bastard's still alive. 87 years old. I believe he did get the immortal trait. That's why he's so old and why he's still alive. So, which makes sense. Still has the skin of King Torrhen Stark. Which is, well... Someday, maybe vengeance will come for him, but who knows. Wildlings aren't doing a whole lot. And Night's Watch is controlled by a Stone Dornish Lord Commander. Which is interesting. But that's essentially it, really. I can't really talk much more. Essentially, I can summarize that the Starks may have actually held control of the ET Empire. Maybe the Targaryens would have actually come over with a bit more of an efficient army. And actually beat off the slavers and help the Starks keep control of the area. And maybe, possibly, perhaps the Targaryens inherited the Yeti Empire, and the Targaryens eventually would go on to unite the entire Valyrian, the entire of Essos, and then maybe one day they'll expand to the some islands and Westeros and stuff like that, and will eventually go on to become the most powerful empire on the planet, especially if they kept control of their dragons. But who knows what would have happened there? But that's my little, I guess that's my little epilogue, I suppose. But yes, I know I did mention a while ago I have some ideas for I did plan to do like a Forester series. I probably won't do that. I mean, the idea is cool, but I just know in game it won't work because like there's something will happen where the game fucks around and it sort of breaks the law and immersion, and somebody dies of like fucking period of illness or something, and it kind of just fucks it over. I'd rather make up that alternate history and write a book about the Foresters, like write a fan fiction about the book, about like a proper book. Which is, I have been saying to myself a long time ago that I would do that one day. It's just I haven't really got the time, and I reckon that I will still be busy when the time and in the future as well. Even years from now, I'll still probably be busy. But if I ever get the chance, I might write a fan fiction about the Foresters or something or other. But we'll see. I mean, Telltale may actually come around and actually continue the Game of Thrones Telltale series, but whether or not they will, I don't know. But yeah, that's it for now. I don't know if we do anything more with Seeker 2, then you'll see. There'll probably be like a little vote or something or other that I'll do. That'll determine what we play next. Unless this is something I really, really want to play and I just don't really want to do a vote. Then that will happen, I guess. But yes, sorry to end the series like this, but I know for a fact that, and I'm sure some of you may disagree, but I know for a fact that a lot of you would prefer me to play something that I'm enjoying, not playing this if I'm not enjoying it, because it just doesn't make for entertaining viewing. It doesn't make for an entertaining watch, or it doesn't feel like a valuable. It doesn't feel like something that's a valuable. What's the word? A valuable point of time. Is that making? I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't. It feels like a waste of time essentially to me, because I'm spending my time recording this series that I'm not enjoying. Then why the hell am I recording it? It just seems moronic. But for now, that is the end of the Stark Dynasty series. I know it hasn't gone on very long, but that is all. There won't be anything replacing this. I'm not going to go to desktop just yet. I doubt there'll be anything replacing this. I mean, I'm probably not going to. Oh, but look at the epilogue bit. Brandon the Wise ruled for 37 years, and then Pearl White Emperor Torrhen ruled for 14. And we beat the phrase, apparently. I mean, we could export the game to EU4, but I don't even know much about EU4, and I'd probably suck at the game. In the time that I played EU4, I absolutely suck at it. But out of all the Paradox strategy games, Seeker 2 is probably my favourite. I still haven't quite got into Seeker 3 yet, and maybe I might one day, but I don't know. But replacing this series probably isn't. I mean, I'm going to be doing some newer games and stuff. I'm going to be recording Battle for Middle Earth 1 after this, playing as a good faction, the good campaign, which I'm really looking forward to playing. So you got that. So there probably won't be anything Secret Tier on the channel for a while. I did ponder if I should start my Dunedain series fairly soon, but I still got to do a bit of modding for that to get that all up and going. So that won't be for a while. So I probably will just do the Khazad-dûm series, get that done, and then focus on the Dunedain series. I'm also going to be doing a multiplayer co-op series with 3 other YouTubers. That's coming for Divide and Conquer AGO, which is going to be very exciting. I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm currently, we've been there over in, we've spent the last 3 weeks in talks about it, what to do, what the plan was and all that. Originally I was going to be playing Dog Will Door, but due to an issue, not really an issue, but due to like the script that involves you changing over to Mordor once you get the ring, it actually kills your custom. So any custom generals that I make for the campaign, and you know from my Khazad-dûm series that I do make custom generals, and obviously I will be doing that for the Dunedain series. I've got some ideas for the Dunedain series, and I've got an idea of sort of bringing in sort of like the Knights of the Round Table, but sort of Numenorian, Arnorian style kind of thing. You'll see that when it comes. But so I think I might, instead of Dog Will Door, it might be Isengard. We might change around some of the factions we're playing. I think Cheese might play Moria instead of Rune, and well, Major was playing the Ard9, but I think what we might do is get the Ard9 to go over to Dol Amroth or Gondor, because originally they were going to go to Ravanian, and Garwin wants to play Gundabad. And Garwin wants to play Gundabad, so we'll probably let him play that. That's fine. And then so you'll see that at some point. Still got to do a bit of modding to get all those stuff ready to go. But in the near future, at the moment, you're definitely going to be seeing some the Khazad-dûm series. I recorded like 7 episodes a couple of days ago, so one of those videos has already been up, and I imagine this video will probably be up after that episode, like a day or so later. And then obviously we're going to be doing the Battle for Middle Earth series. That's going to be fun, and we're going to be doing. I'm probably going to stick in Lord of the Rings Conquest as well, because that's going to be fun. And other games will follow as time goes on. And then eventually you'll see some hot seat reviews, faction reviews, install guides, campaign reviews, and stuff like that when I get time. But we'll see what happens there. And don't expect any of this anytime soon. Please keep in mind that I do work full time, so I don't have time every single day to record videos. Sometimes I finish work late, so by the time I get home, I don't really have time for a lot. So please bear that in mind. But anyway, that's all for now. I'm sorry to end the series like this, but I know, but I just don't see the point in carrying it on if I'm not enjoying it. I'd rather do something else, and I'm sure you'd agree as well. But anyway, that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and I hope to do something security related in the future, but we will see what happens. But yes, that is all. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and take care.